difference. And the water levels, like you could tell with the water levels here where it's usually up to, and it's gone all the way back. These are the water levels over time. I think that's another water level there. That's another water level there, and that's obviously must have been recently. You can tell with the big cracks in the floor as well. Welcome to another video. So we're in Wardle, as you can see. It's going up to the old Roman road. I think this is going to be a two-part series, so there'll be a day video, there'll be a night video. So it's all about this old road that you can't see when the water's higher. So we're not going to have a look at that. It's going to be a day video, which is this one, and then night video. So I'll just show you around Wardle if you're not from around here. This is your graveyard. I've done stuff up here before, but this is obviously lots of different people that have passed over time. So the road we're going to is the old, I think it's one of the old Roman roads. Lots of activity back in there as far as history goes. They've replaced the iron. That's good. That then they've replaced the wood with the iron, and it's mad to think that there's living quarters in there. You know, because I've been in. But it's funny how that got changed over time. And this is the old 18th century church. I think it's at 1856 or whatever, 1846. So just have a look at Wardle's history before we go to the Roman road. You've probably seen me previous videos. I think that's what I got told to look out for, the terrain cover. Anyway, let's get into Wardle. Let's get up to Watergrove, and I'll show you the one second. So I'm going to show you the old road and the water levels too. So I put the water levels on the 12th of July. This is a big drought coming, I think, so it's important. Sorry about my camera, it's just from one of the previous videos. Couldn't get into my phone, so anyway, yeah, we're going to have a look at the water levels and then come up 2 weeks later to see how much they've dropped. But obviously I'm going to come back at night anyway to have a look at this road. Use a book on the road, you see, and then we'll see what words come out. Anyway, I'll get to Watergrove. This is Waterfold. So I'll see you at the road. This is the old cobble road. I think it's been here ever since back in there. And I think they want to try and preserve it. Forever I've known it, this cobble road's been here, so probably one of the old roads that they used. If you don't know Watergrove, it's got a lot of history as far as mining goes, as far as some deaths go, as far as agriculture goes. It's a really underrated place if you ask me. But when it comes to the paranormal, there are poltergeists up here. There were people that won't believe that, and what I'd say is come up here on your own. You won't do. Hello! Look at that sheep there, that's alright, isn't it? Oh, there's two of them there, look. So, first time I came up here, I was strangled by something I couldn't see. I had someone with me at the time as well, which is, I didn't know what was going on at first. I didn't realise till after. But you probably seen me do videos here before. So anyway, we'll get to the part. I don't think this is going to be a long video, to be honest, because it's part one. You see all the farms knocking about as well. There's one there. There's one up there. The farm's quite, these have been like ever since back in day, because like I mentioned, agriculture, there's lots of land to look after around here, and everyone knows in Wardle there's just loads of sheep, so they need looking after, they need the coat shearing and all that, don't they? So anyway, we'll get to the there's footpaths everywhere and that as well, which is great, the little ghost walks. But let's look at the water levels and then let's get on the road, see what we can see of the old town, and yeah, I'll see up there. Sounds like the sheep are singing. See if we can record it. It's quite funny actually. It was all in tandem a minute ago. It was pretty funny. Obviously they're not doing it now, but it's just my luck when I'm not recording. But obviously you see all the sheep over there, and Rochdale in the distance. Try and pick out some places. You got JD, you can always pick that place out. You got the motorway bridge wherever it is. I can't see it from here, but Model Chapel. We're almost there now, so I'll cut it here. Let's get closer. The purpose of this video is to show you around in the day, so you can, so you can see. Because I think sometimes if I'm doing a night investigation, you can't see that well. So if I come back at night, you've already seen around in the day. So this is why I'm doing this video. It's pretty humid today. So there's been quite a lot of heat, but there's not much sun, so it's not as warm as it's been, which is kind of easy for filming, but a bit more comfortable in it. So anyway, we're not far now, so I'll have a good look. So obviously the water comes from the hills. I remember being as a kid, that boat used to have fish in it, yeah, and you could see the fish. Now, I don't know if that was my imagination, or I'm sure that actually happened. Now, I don't know why there's a boat in here. I really don't know why that is. If someone knows, that's great, but I actually don't. So, but you can see the history in the brickwork around here, and you'll see the water levels are really low. I'll just try and zoom in. There's obviously an island in the middle, and that's when you know the water's low. So we should be able to see all the ruins as we go up to the I'll call it the old town of Wardle, but I just think it's an old Roman road that was used back in day for logistics, for mining, but not just for mining, for the settlements too, because obviously they're all settlements. And I think what they used to do, this road we're going to go up, it used to go up to Hades Road, and we all know what Hades means in Greek. It means hell. So we'll have a good look around and capture what we can. But this is like more of a fact-finding video. I won't be using any of my equipment because I don't need to. We'll save that for the night time, as we've got quite an experiment to do on the road, which I think that it'll work, 'cause it worked last night. So we'll see. Anyway, let's get to the road. It's not far now, it's about 300 yards down here. Right, so the gate's here. I did a video not long ago and I went up that way, up into the wind farms we ended up in. And I did come down here briefly. It'd be interesting now to see the water difference drop. Yeah, it's down here. I was going to take it to a board, but I've already don't tell you all about the history really. But anyway, let's have a look first. So this is the road that it would have come up. So this actual road here would have gone straight across. Yeah, you can see the old ruins now, and it would have gone straight up there. Where the people are. So the water's completely dropped now. Last time I came, you couldn't see it. So the water's usually a lot higher than this. So usually once a year, this usually happens where it'll drought, and then you'll be able to see the remains of the old town. So this road, you can really see how much it would have been used from kind of mining, and roads are so different now. I don't know how sinky that is, how sinky that mud is. You can usually tell. This is quite easy, but I don't want to get stuck in the mud. Let's see how sinky it is. Well, it seems alright actually. So you can have a good look at the what's left. What kind of drainage pipe was interesting. So you can usually tell what animals have been here. That looks like obviously bird animals, bird tracks. They've come in and obviously wanted some of the water by the looks of it. So this area, this specific road here, I'll probably do an investigation on this road. I don't know what I'll get, but I'm running kinetic energy, so I'm quite hopeful that I'll get some good, really intelligent replies. But at night time, you're not going to see as much. I will use the SLS camera, in fact, in a minute, but I doubt anything will map in. It's just that, just try it and see what happens. But let's have a good look around here from a different perspective. So maybe these were rooms. Maybe not. So I bet next time I come up there's absolutely no water whatsoever. So let's get some pictures anyway. I'll stop filming it and get some pictures. A bit of me with a broken camera. You can see that there. That's obviously from when I did the haunted tunnel in Oldham, and yeah, it didn't end well when I got back because my power went and then my phone came back on with no power, which is kind of weird, and I couldn't turn it off. So I was trying to get into my battery to try and unplug it so I could at least cut the power, and it was weird because there was no power. So it's obviously some positive electrons have gone into my phone to do whatever, but now I've got a big crack across my camera, so I'll try to use the other camera a bit more as we have a look around here. We'll carry on having a little nosy. We've seen some air bubbles before in there, but that was quite weird. You never know what you're going to find around here. I don't know what that is. Is that the old or new? I'll drink of that. Whatever it is. Looks like archers or whatever. It's crazy that wall there. I think that's obviously supporting the road. There's plenty of this as you go around Watergrove. But this is like the main part of the area that's submerged usually. And you usually get a little river down here. As you can tell, it's getting a bit wet. Maybe irrigation, I don't know. Here comes the wind. Right, let's have a look over here anyway. We'll start looking around the rest of Watergrove. So when in 2 weeks time or 3 weeks time, whatever it is, when I come back, I can try and look at the difference. And the water levels, like you can tell with the water levels here where it's usually up to, and it's gone all the way back. These are the water levels over time. I think that's another water level there. That's another water level there, and that's obviously must have been recently. You can tell with the big cracks in the floor as well. So I've been up here before, like I said. The visitor centre's really active when you start using your equipment. You might not think it, but it really is. When it gets dark and you're up here on your own. that's really the ruins really. Let's have a further look around anyway, see what else we can look at. Oh, there's an old road as well over here. There's a dude down there at the minute though. Visitor centre. So what down here? So this is all usually covered up. I don't know what these sticks are. Someone's had a barbie recently, look. Just leave all your stuff there, why don't you? This is well and truly covered usually, so got to be close to the water. Tell where all the grounds are cracked and that. So we'll go over there in a minute. There's a guy over there in a minute, but I need to film the old road really, but see if we can wait for him to move. So we'll try and go to the visitor centre if we've got the power, and we'll have a look there, because you can always have a good look around there. But this is the water level today at the 12th of July. Anyways guys, he's approaching me, so yeah man, we'll see what he has to say. Let's go up to the road anyway. In fact, I'll put it here for a minute. I'll use my binocs and just have a quick look around, and then we'll see if that guy goes. Back our way to the old road. So the road obviously would have gone into Watergrove, back obviously when Watergrove were here, and they've just left the old road. So you've got obviously one Roman road that I showed you, and then this is the other one. In fact, let's get a bit closer to the water. Now I've been up here at night. I've got videos on my channel from being up here at night previously. It's different at night. There's different stuff totally that comes to life, if you like, at night. This is what's left of the road. You don't usually see this much of it because it's usually submerged. I'll try and have a good look now. Very sinky. And I did see a channel recently where there was somewhere in America, and a lake began to. What happened here? The drought began, and they were burying bodies in barrels and then dumping them in the lake. And then when all the water subsided, they could see all the bodies. So let's have a bit more look at this road. You can see with the water that obviously this side's not lasted, and this side has. It's really interesting to see as well, because I don't think I've seen it this low for some time. You usually get pictures, but it's nice to have a video really, and they don't get lost. Just on YouTube whenever. So in August this will be a different story. There's some thingies over there. Let's go and check them out. Some kind of signs. So I read when I came here that you can kayak, you can water surf. Well, the visitor centre is shut. I don't actually know what the visitor centre used to be, but someone else, I don't know. let's check it out when the wind stops. See what these fingers say. Something to do with the past or whatever. Check it out, it's half a fence, yeah, which is kind of weird. Let's see what it says. I think it says no public access. Let's see why. Oh, it's a nature reserve, that's why. So no public access. Ground nesting birds do not disturb. Well, I don't think we will disturb them. Because you have to have respect for stuff like this. And we'll leave the birds to do whatever it is they do. Right, so walk round and we'll get to the I was looking on my docs before. We'll get to the water tower. Obviously you can see it, and you'll see how much the water's dropped down. So we'll get over there and have a look. Let's have a quick few minutes at the visitor centre here. This place is red hot at night time for paranormal activity and intelligent replies and physical touching. Anyone that don't believe, just come up here on your own, seriously. But even if you do believe, just come up here on your own. Seriously, you want to turn back. And I just want to mention, obviously, the road that you see here. This road, yeah, it goes right up. It goes right up into High Slap Brook, and it goes all the way down into that whatever it will be down there. There could be more settlements. But yeah, this is basically, it would have been the main road back in the day. The main way of transport. And up there to the left is another settlement similar to the one we just seen. But I'm going to walk around anyway now. I've shown the settlement before in other videos, yeah, so I'm not going to show that this time. It's kind of boring, but I'm just going to go and make way to the visitor centre now. Have a little walk round. If there's anything I'll show you, but you can tell with which is when I walked up and I said about the old cobble road, and this is the technology you had in Roman times. And these woods are really spooky at night time as well. I had an encounter with Slender Man in these woods. I know it sounds crazy, doesn't it? But yeah, if you walk through here at night time, it's something else. So I'm going to cut the camera now, and then I'll see you at the water tower. But before, I just wanted to show you some of the remains of what still lies around here. Like this. I've got no idea what this is. Just obviously more ruins. I mean, you can go in. And I think these go on further up. See, there's more ruins there, look. And then if you keep going up, that's the actual ruins. So I think the actual ruins start here. I hope it's in the graveyard or something I'm walking on. And then it goes further up, and then you actually come to the other ruins. But I think everyone's seen these ruins. That's why these woods are so spooky at night time, because you've still got all the stuff left from saying there was still artifacts left and stuff like this. Little tunnels and that, where they probably filtered water. Right, yeah man, I'll cut it here and then I'll walk around the rest of the way, and if it's out good to show you, I'll show you. But yeah man, let's get to it. So obviously just come down here, and then it'll lead you to High Slap Brook. So the waters are usually a bit higher I don't know how high it comes up here, but I was just reading signs there back there, don't, whatever it said, deep water. Let's carry on round. So you come across this bridge here, yeah? Just obviously the water's discoloured. I think it's because there's high iron in the area. That's usually what that means, but what's weird is obviously you've got the stream, which is what you need to mine, and then you've got this mad pipe, which I've got no idea what it does. It could be an air vent pipe for all I know. That's what it looks like. Or there could be water that comes out of it. But anyway, there's nothing coming out of it now. So we'll carry on down around here. So let's have a look at this. Water's dropped a lot. So I think the water's usually up to there, I think, or something like that, on a good day. This area must have been used for something. I think they must have done some whatever, like I just mentioned there about the water, there must have been some kind of mining going on. Check out these little funnels of water, look. They look pretty cool, don't they? That'll be coming from higher up. As the water, kinetic energy makes the funnels, if you like the actual where the water's going. There's mass and velocity, which creates whatever it wants to create in the end. Goes down there, whatever. Let's have a look around here. There's obviously remains of something. It's pretty cool, doesn't it? Obviously something used to be in the trees or whatever. You can tell with the remains, look. Kind of mining stuff. So the water's coming from the stream that I just showed you, I would have thought. And it gets narrowed down. I don't know what that is. I don't have fingers out. Anyway, to make it back to the tower, I just had to get this in because this is another part that you can see when the water recedes, which I think is interesting, to be honest. Anyways, carry on walking around. So we'll continue. So the reason why I stop here is because obviously my mate passed away and his bench is here, so I always like to have a few minutes here just to remember him. Anyway, let's carry on walking around. But you can see how much the water's dropped, and then now you've got water coming in from higher up. I think it's like Brown Wardle. As you can see. I think that'll constantly come in, that no matter what. Unless there's like a massive drought and the water stops. But it'd be interesting when I come back in August or whenever it is to see if that's carried on. Right, let's carry on. Right, just let me zoom in here on that specific bit. So that's a tree, and that's where the water is. So figuratively speaking, next time I come, the water should be further down. Maybe that's not even coming through, you know, off the higher land, the water. Anyway, let's get to the water tower. Just as approaching the water tower, It's kind of weird because you've got a different variation of water over there. There's probably a water current or something of that nature due to the temperature. Or it could be they could be taking water away to get filtered. But they usually do that by the water tower. But this is how dangerous water is, especially in the summertime when, you know, it looks like there's high currents going on there. Because that's not a school of fish. Or I highly doubt it. So just let me zoom in what I'm talking about here. You can probably see it anyway, but that there, see the water's different to all the others. That could be a number of things if you ask me. And it's only in that specific part of Watergrove. But anyway, I've well exceeded my time because this was supposed to be a 10-minute video really. But anyway, there's some people down there as well. How you doing, pal? You alright? Nice walk, yeah?
Oh yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it? See, that goes to show nice people around here. There's a boy here that drowned. I'm not going to go too much onto it because I don't really want to cause any distress. But rest in peace to that young boy. He's not the only one. So I'm not going to film it. But the simple fact is, you know, I have to have respect for people's loved ones. See the overflow, you can see how much it's dropped down. So we'll try and zoom in on the tower there. Let's see. So I can count the bricks you see on looking back and see how many bricks it's dropped. But that's good. That's going to be empty soon, and you're going to be able to walk down there no problem soon. And I've seen a video actually of someone of a picture when this is actually there's no water here whatsoever, and what you've got is a cracking ground. What we had over there. Obviously, when it rains heavy, it comes over and it goes down into the water flow. That is my end of the video. So maybe you enjoyed it, maybe you didn't. But I'm sure the nighttime video will be a lot more spookier, as you know, I land up a night video. Anyway. Just from around here, the Drought of Watergrove approaches. Anyway, peace for now. You see that the water thing is still there. What we talked to you a minute ago about. But before I go, actually, I just want to say to some people, right? Here is obviously the water tower. It does take water to get filtrated over there. One time my mate was swimming in here and he was on a tyre, yeah. It's called Carl, he might be watching, he might not be, and it turned on. And I just swam to the side, and it was a good job he had a tyre actually, because he would have got dragged under. So I don't recommend obviously swimming and obviously not jumping in, because look at there's not going to be much water to jump in soon. But there's no one up here now, but it's a big place for swimming, and like I mentioned before, it's dangerous. So but you can't resist it on a hot day, can you? Can't resist Watergrove on a hot day. Anyway, peace for now. We'll stop nattering. I'll see you in the next one.